Everything Alternative 106.7 Zone, that is Figure 11 and Paralyzer. What's going on? My name is Ted and we are live at the club at Tom, Dick, and Harry's this afternoon for another Live at Lunch, this time with American Bang. Please make some noise for American Bang. You guys got out nice and early for this one today, didn't you?
Yeah, man, it's been a...
What time did you get into Green Bay this morning?
We pulled in right around 6 a.m. and went to the hotel, slept for about 3 hours, and came to see you lovely people.
And where were you guys last night?
Minneapolis.
All right, you got to tell the story about you guys leaving Minneapolis last night. About, hey, hang out with us and have a beer.
We ended up just getting drunk and staying there, and they gave us hot wings, and I don't know if you've ever had the hot wings in Minneapolis. I didn't know that they did that up here. We're from the South, from Nashville, and it's pretty special down there. But they had a serious Caribbean jerk wing over at the First Ave.
Nice.
We played last night.
And then what was the reaction when you said, hey, we're going to Green Bay?
They didn't like it. they said boo, and I didn't get it because we were from down south. Yeah, we're like, what is that all about? And I guess it's a Favre thing, or is it Brett Favre thing? Is that what it is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
The guy wears a purple jersey now.
Yeah.
And Minneapolis and Green Bay, we just don't get along.
I understand that. I didn't like any of those people last night, but you guys are just fine in my book. Well, that's just fine.
Now, first of all, thanks very much for coming to town. We're looking forward to the show tonight. And you guys are going to head back and get a little sleep, or are you just going to keep the mimosas going this morning?
We're going to keep the mimosas going as long as we can. We might have to go jump in the pool or something at the old hotel, wake it up, you know. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Now, tell us about, we've got you all with the acoustic sitting and stools right now. Tell us about the live show tonight. When you get on the big stage, you got all the room to move around and stuff like that.
It's a lot louder, and it's a lot. Usually, you know, there's a lot more liquor in the veins. However, right now we're probably still drunk from last night. So we get here this morning and they start pouring mimosas, and you just know what kind of day it's going to be. So I don't know. Tonight might be a little crazy, man.
So now the first single is Wild and Young, which we played just a couple of minutes ago.
Yes, sir.
And now, what do we got to do to get Whiskey Walk to be the next song that we're playing on the radio?
Call the record label, my friend. we like that one. We're going to do that one on the air too today. But yeah, we're excited about the whole record. It comes out at the end of July, and we're just pumped up about the whole thing. But yeah.
Tell us about the process, because being from Nashville, we talked about this the last time that I talked to you. Nashville's a tough city to be writing music in, isn't it?
Well, it's a town that's based on songs. You know, like literally, they don't call it Music City for no reason. It's basically, you know, we were all brought up in the whole business and everything. My dad's a drummer at the Grand Ole Opry, and everything that I can remember as a kid was all about songs. So it's like, if you're writing songs and you're in a band in Nashville, they better be pretty damn good, you know? Otherwise, you're going to get kind of lost in the mix.
What's interesting about Nashville is the alternative music movement kind of started in Seattle. Right. And every band was in Seattle doing their thing. Now we're talking to so many bands.
I just remember we talked on the phone about this.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we were in the middle of nowhere. We were in Columbia.
Yes.
Okay. God.
And they had to step outside because you had no reception in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Okay, man, I remember that now. Jeez.
So now,
I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
Gosh.
Now you guys are all originally from Nashville versus a lot of the bands that are going to Nashville. Now a lot of times you hear bands, hey, we're going to LA or we're going to New York. When did Nashville start becoming the place to go?
I personally, I wouldn't be caught dead living in LA or New York. But I think ever since. I don't know. There's a lot of bands breaking out of there, but I started noticing in the last 5 years where people started coming, and a lot of A&R people coming from LA or managers, everybody's moving in, and the bands started coming in. And I think it's a little easier to get noticed there than New York or LA. You know what I mean? So maybe bands come there and think that it's a smaller town, you know, cheaper to live. That's for sure.
So now we call the concert series that you guys are a part of tonight from vans to tour buses. Get the bands that are still rolling around in the van, which I know you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's a blast.
I'll
show you guys the van here as soon as we get done with this thing. You can it smells really good in there all the time.
I was gonna say, what's the worst part about having to travel the country in a van?
Watching this guy pee into a bottle.
Shut up!
That's the worst thing. It's just not a good odor.
There's no pulling over, it's just pee right in the bottle?
Well, what you have to do is you have to keep a gallon jug, empty gallon jug, just for that one.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
About you really are just you're about to pee in your pants, and you know you just.
I wake up last night like 4 in the morning, and I look up and my bench or whatever. I look up and all I see is Brown standing or he's like leaning over the bench in front of me, and all I can see is, and I can just smell pee, and it's just awful. It is awful, man. So kids, you know, join rock bands and get on the road. Yeah.
How hard is it though to say, hey Trevor, can you pull the van over? I've got to pee.
Well, you know, when he's been driving all night long, you know, you are not wanting to mess with Trevor, man.
Don't touch him.
Don't touch him while he's driving. Don't talk to him while he's driving.
And definitely don't ask him to pull over.
Don't tell him to stop smoking. Don't do, you know, nothing. You know, you gotta just let him do his thing.
So now, when you guys take your turns driving, I know you had mentioned that you kind of rotate through during the day. Who's the worst driver out of the band?
Probably myself.
He's the rock star of the whole thing. He pees in bottles and can't drive.
They hate touring because I'm in the band.
Yes. Hey, and speaking of which, kids, we're looking for a new guitar player. If you're interested, come see us after the show.
These guys are looking for a new guitar player. Anybody out there that plays guitar, come to the show tonight. Talk to these guys.
Don't do that. We're gonna have a line of kids drunker than
We got-
trying to pee in bottles.
We've got American Bang tonight at the club at Tom, Dick, and Harry's. Show starts at 8 o'clock. Still tickets available, and it's actually not going to be a very pleasant night. We're talking thunderstorms and all that stuff, so you aren't going to be outside doing anything tonight. So get your asses in here, buy yourself some tickets, and come see the show. We're going to do Whiskey Walk. Is that the song we're going to do? Right on. This is what I think should be the next single off of the American Bang CD. You've heard Wild and Young. You've seen the video for Whiskey Walk. Now check it out. Here's Whiskey Walk from American Bang on 106.7 The Zone.